Let's use some Windows built-in command prompt networking utilities. Let's discuss and demonstrate the following Windows built-in command prompt networking utilities. Let's start with ipconfig, then ping, tracert or traceroute, pathping, netstat or netstat. You have the ARP, NETSH, route, nslookup, and finally Telnet. Okay, so ipconfig displays the Internet Protocol version 4 or IPv6 addresses and subnet mask and default gateway for all of the adapters. So as you can see, I have the IP address displayed here, 10.100.100. Okay, so let's clear the screen. Let's do the ipconfig space /all or /all, and as you can see, it displays all of the adapters for this particular computer. So we have the Ethernet adapter as well as the tunnel adapter being displayed. Let's try other parameters of ipconfig. So this time it's /release. So it releases the current DHCP configuration and discard the IP address configuration of all the adapters. So we have some error on the loopback. That's okay. But on our Ethernet adapter, it's being released and there's no IP now. Let's renew the DHCP configuration by typing ipconfig /renew. Okay, so we'll wait for a while, and there you go. We now have an IP address. Here is another ipconfig parameter. It's ipconfig space /display DNS. So it displays the content of the DNS client resolver cache. So as you can see, I have some few entries on my cache. You have some Google and you have some Windows Update DNS records. Okay, so we'll clear the screen and let's reset or clear the contents of the DNS client resolver cache by typing ipconfig space /DNS. As you can see, the DNS resolver cache was successfully flushed and there is no entries in our cache. For our next command, we have ping, which verifies the IP level connectivity to another computer or device by sending Internet Control Message Protocol echo request messages. We did verify connectivity to our gateway, which is 10.100.1. Now let's try to ping the router number 2 by using the -t parameter, which is a continuous ping. So as you can see, there is still a reply from our 192.168.1.2 until we hit the Control C. Let's continue with our ping command. This time we'll make use of another parameter, which is -n. So let's ping this server IP 172.16.10.10. So we'll have 10 counts of ping -n space 10. So as you could see, there is a reply from our server and the ping count is 10. So that is ping space -n. So let's clear the screen. Let's type CLS and let's have another ping parameter, which is -a. It performs a reverse name resolution on the destination address. So if this 172.16.10.20 will have a corresponding host name, it will then display. In this case, we don't have. However, there is a reply for our ping. So for our third command, let's have tracert or traceroute. So this tool determines the path taken to a destination by sending ICMP echo request with incrementally increasing time to live values. So it's TTL. So as you can see, if we do a trace route to 172.16.10.20, it goes to our gateway, then goes to our router 2, and finally the trace is complete when it reaches the web server. To speed up the result of our trace route, we can use the parameter -d. So we'll do a trace route to the web server, and there you go, it's much faster now with a parameter -d. If you want to perform a trace but you want further information such as network latency and network loss, then we'll use our fourth command, which is the pathping. So we'll do a pathping to our web server. So as you can see, it's similar to our trace route, and it will do hop by hop to our gateway and to the router 2. But after that, it will perform some computation, and it will take some few seconds to perform it. So let's pause this video and let's come back when it's done. So the results should be displaying in any moment now. Okay, so there you go. We have now our results from our pathping. And as you can see, we have some round trip time values as well as the network loss of each of the hop. So to provide us or to give us some insights whether there is latency and loss on each router. Before I show you our fifth command, let's access our web server. So the IP address is 172.16.10.20. So let's minimize this web browser. And for our fifth command, it's netstat or netstat. So it displays active TCP connections with its ports on which the computer is listening. And the common parameter is -a and n. So -a displays all the active TCP connection, and there you go, you have our access to our web server. So you'll see it's reflected by the established state. For some basic layer 2 checking or troubleshooting, we can use the command ARP or ARP. So the common parameter is -a. So ARP command displays and modifies the entries in the address resolution protocol cache. So we could see or counter check if the IP address has the correct or the appropriate physical or MAC address. We can also perform a deletion of our ARP cache. However, for a standard command prompt, we cannot delete, and it is asking for an elevation, meaning to say we need to run the command prompt as administrator. Let's perform the same command again, ARP space -d to perform deletion of the cache, and there you go, the cache is deleted. Next in our list is the network shell command line scripting utility or NETSH. So if we will take a look and what's the available parameters for NETSH, you will find that there are many valuable parameters at the disposal of the network administrator or administrator. Let me show you some basic usage of NETSH. So we have the NETSH space interface space show space interface. So this will show the available interface of this particular computer in a tabular form. So you'll notice that the interface name is local area connection. Next, instead of ipconfig, we can make use of our NETSH command to show the IP configuration. So the command is netsH space interface space IP space show space config. And as you can see, it displays the current IP parameters. So the DHCP is not enabled. There's an IP address 10.100.100, and you'll have the other tunnel or loopback IP information as well. Another usage of NetSH is to enable the DHCP of this particular adapter. So we could issue the command netsh space interface space IP space set space address, the local area connection or the name of the adapter. Then we hit the DHCP command. Then we try to enter, and as you could see, it requires an elevation. So we will reissue this command, but this time we will make use of the administrator command prompt. So let's type it again. It's netsh space interface space IP space set space the name of the adapter, in this case the local area connection, then DHCP. Alright, let's hit enter, and it is accepted, but let's check by showing the interface config. Show interface IP show config, and let's take a look if it's DHCP. And yes, it is now in DHCP. Alright, another command that is valuable and a built-in Windows command, route. So it displays and modifies the entries in the local routing table. So this is the computer or this PC's routing table. So a computer has a routing table, so not only routers, but even our personal computer or this desktop computer has a route. So it could also add some routes. For example, let's try another private network, and let's add. So route space add. So let's add some network here with a mask of 255.255.0, and the gateway will still be our same gateway, which is 10.100.1, and we hit enter. It's accepted. So we can also view and delete this particular routing entry, so by issuing the route space delete. Another command to use is nslookup. So it displays information that you can use to diagnose your DNS infrastructure. So for instance, if you will need to check or double check whether your DNSA record is displaying the correct IP, so in this case, we'll show you the DNS of inquirinity.com. So there is some public IP. We can also show a specific DNS record type. So for instance, let's check the MX or the mail exchanger record of this inquirinity.com domain. So when we hit enter, it will show you all the MX entries or record entries. So finally, we have the Telnet. So Telnet communicates with a computer running the Telnet server service. So it is running on TCP port number 23. So let's try if this will be accepted. Let's try to Telnet the 10.100.1. And as you can see, the Telnet is not recognized as a default. So in Windows, it is a quick fix actually. We just go to the add or remove programs. So basically we need to turn on the feature, as by default it's not turned on. So let's go to turn Windows features, and let's scroll to the Telnet client. Okay, so Telnet client, and we click OK. So it will add in the feature that we have requested to be on. Let's wait for a while. And let's close this one. Let's run the Telnet to our gateway 10.100.1. And once we hit enter, as you can see, we are now inside the router and accept our Telnet connection. So in this video, Windows command prompt networking utilities. So we go through the valuable, helpful, built-in Windows command prompt utilities such as ipconfig, ping, traceroute, pathping, netstat, arp, NETSH, route, nslookup, telnet. So I hope you will make use of these available utilities on your next network monitoring or network troubleshooting or network checking. Until then, thank you for watching.